This is a video for test section 14128. This is Alabama ID number 6050. Selected for sale 6B-50. We're on Alabama Highway 59, just south of Foley, Alabama. This was selected for sale, I think I just mentioned 6B-50, which is supposed to be in good condition. Now, what we have here is something which is quite interesting. We're probably on what will ultimately be called the borderline between good and bad. We have quite a bit of cracking in here. We have some rutting, although it is in the low severity category. The ride is not all that rough, though, as it was on some of our sections in Florida, so we're going to leave this where it is in good condition. And we'll be showing you exactly what I was talking about a little bit later on, as we also will be showing the drilling operation later on. A little bit chilly out here, so we're going to wait and do those things all at once. Right now I'm going to stop and look up and show the panoramic view of the area. Tell you we've got a gray overcast day here. The temperature's about 35 degrees and the wind's blowing, so folks, it's a little chilly. Okay, we're looking south right now. We're in the northbound lanes of Alabama Highway 59, looking south towards Gulf Shores, Alabama. You see we're in flat country here. This is selected for course subgrade. We're only a few miles off the coast here, and I'm sure that's what we have. We'll confirm that through drilling a little later on. We were just picking up some hay that they had baled out there a little bit earlier. Pretty nice white picket fence there, and then looking on up towards the north, towards the city of Foley, Alabama, which is the hometown of the former Raiders quarterback Kenny Stabler. You've got a crossover right here at the beginning of the test section. This is going to be overlaid coming up in the next few months. I believe this one may have already been let for the contract may have already been let on this. It's going to receive 150 pounds with a little bit of a leveling course of asphalt concrete, and that translates into a little over an inch. Probably all total, we're probably talking about 1 1/4 inch, 1 3/8 of asphalt concrete going to be placed on this. Okay, I'm going to begin the walking tour by showing immediately what I was referring to before. This cracking that you see in here, let me get some over here so we can have some perspective on it. Is just the scale of the cracking that we have in this test section, and this is about as uniform of distress as I've seen throughout any of our test sections. We have this type of cracking just throughout. And what I'm doing here is characterizing this as block cracking instead of alligator cracking, and that is because most of these blocks are greater than 1 square foot in size, and they're not very wide, the cracks are not, and there doesn't appear to be any movement or any, there might be a couple of instances where there's some light pumping, but not very much. So I'm referring to this all as low severity block cracking, and I'm characterizing it as being 8 feet in width, because typically we have about 4 feet on either side in either wheel path, but 8 feet wide times 500 feet long, giving us a total of 4,000 square feet of this low severity block cracking.